Welcome to another episode of North Country Stories. This is a North Country Savings Bank podcast. So today we have Nick Lyndaker. He's a St. Lawrence University track and field athlete. He's a two-time All-American, national champion in the mile. He's from Canton. He's a North Country guy. So we love that. I was looking through some of your stats when I was doing some research for this, and you own a bunch of other records, I think, right, for track and field. So I'm just thinking, how are you so fast? How are you so good? What is it? Is it genetics? Is it your hard work? Is it other things?
I think it's a combination of a little of everything. Obviously, it's just all kind of just staying consistent. I've been running since 7th and 8th grade. So kind of just staying consistent through the years, definitely. Definitely some genetics. Both my mom and dad were two-time All-Americans at St. Lawrence as well. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's kind of just a little bit of everything. You kind of just get better throughout time, staying consistent, getting out the door every day for the run. Yeah.
I saw when you were, you were a sophomore in high school. There was a quote from you in the paper, and you said, "I never thought I'd win a sectional title in high school." And I kind of chuckled at that because now obviously you've won the national championship in the mile. At what point did you know in your college career that you were capable of that?
I think one of the big turning points for me especially was at Boston University this year. My time in the mile was 4:11 at the end of sophomore year and kind of just stayed around there beginning junior year. And then I ran an 11-second PR and ran 4:03 at Boston University, which put me, I think, number 11 all time in the mile. So I knew right there, I had a shot at winning the national championship.
So in the national championship, you didn't even run your fastest time?
No. I ran I think 4:06. I'm not sure exactly the decimal points, but yeah, 4:06. It was a flat track, and Boston University's a bank track.
Okay. So
there's definitely some differences there.
What are the differences between those?
It just makes the bank tracks make it just a little bit easier on the turns. The 200-meter tracks, they're kind of just tough to take turns pretty quickly. So the bank tracks help with that. But other than that, not really much.
So can you take me through the race a little bit, the national championship? I think there was something about that last turn where you kind of found that other gear. Just bring me through that whole scenario.
Yeah, kind of just leading up to the whole last lap, I kind of just wanted to get in a good spot. So right off the gun, you could see me kind of just get onto the rail and kind of get the inside lane, run the shortest distance. And then I realized I started picking up pretty quick. So I made a move to the front and kind of just hung out there for a while until the last lap. Made a move coming into the last lap and was in a spot where I could kick people down, try to come around the corner. And yeah, coming around that last corner is I don't even really know what happened. I kind of just came around the corner and put my head down and yeah, somehow pulled up next to him and passed him.
It's wild. Do you get a sense, or do you get any adrenaline when you're especially towards the end of the race when you can see the finish line? Does that kick in? Does that happen in every race, or is it just in certain races for you?
Yeah, definitely. There's always that rush of excitedness, this is a really good race. I really want to win this. This would be really cool.
And when you crossed the finish line, did you know that you had won, or how long did that take?
The results on the board came up pretty quick, but if you watch the race, you can see all three of us that crossed the line at the same time. We didn't really know who won at all. We were so close. We all kind of just looked up at the video board to see who won. So
that's how you find out your name pops up.
Yeah.
And obviously you were excited, but what was your reaction?
It was so surreal. Yeah, I was just shocked too. I never would have thought going into junior year that I would have won a national championship. This was my first ever time at a track national meet, so yeah, pretty cool.
So because your background's more in cross long distance, right?
Yeah, usually.
So do you have to train differently for the mile, or I've always kind of wondered, because I have no background in running, but for something like the mile, how do you train for that? Do you just run a lot, or are there other things you can do?
Yeah, a lot more speed work than in cross country. Cross country is an 8K, so like doing cross country training, we'll do a lot of like tempo stuff, kind of running like a slower pace for longer. But during track, we do a lot more kind of speed workouts on the track. I actually have been doing a lot of like longer distance workouts, and then I do short races. Like I run the 400 and 800 a lot at meets, and kind of use that as my like shorter distance training.
I saw another quote. I think it was your mom actually, but she was saying something like, once a runner figures out how to overcome pain, it kind of the light goes on for them. Is that true for you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's just a point in the race where your legs just start screaming at you, like your brain is just telling you like you want to stop, and yeah, you just got to get through that point and kind of just realize like everyone's feeling the same amount of pain. I want to deal with the pain better than these people can, and yeah, I mean, running's just a huge mental sport. Yeah.
I've always wondered this too. Do you think about things when you're running, or is it just kind of like blank slate focus?
Yeah. I mean, especially like doing cross country and longer races, I try to just like zone out, kind of just like laser focused on like what's happening in front of me and not really think about anything else. Kind of just make sure I'm staying like where I am right now and not losing spots, not gaining spots, but definitely just like try to just shut my brain off for a little bit and not think.
Yeah. Cause I'm thinking like, I don't know. I think a lot when I try to run because I'm like, this sucks. I'm trying to like distract myself. But yeah, you guys are more mentally tough than I am. So your parents, you mentioned, they were track athletes or cross country at St. Lawrence, both, and they were All-Americans as well. Yeah. So growing up, was it something that was kind of expected that you would do, or was it more like find your own path?
It was a lot of find your own path. My mom coached at St. Lawrence for a while too, so I was kind of just like in the running community. We did a lot of like summer 5Ks and miles when I was younger too, but I played like all sorts of different sports growing up. I played basketball, soccer, like pretty much everything. Kind of just wanted to find my own path, and they were very like wanting me to go like follow my own path. But yeah, I mean, I just fell in love with running again.
If you could play any other sport now, like competitively, what would be your sport?
I don't really know. I like playing hockey a lot. We build an outdoor rink at our house every year, so that's really fun.
Yeah, you're a big Caps fan, right? I saw it on your Instagram.
Yeah, big Capitals fan. Basketball too. I love playing basketball. A lot of my close friends are basketball athletes.
Nice. Yeah, Luke Wentworth works at the bank.
Yep. Yeah. Chris Downs is at St. Lawrence.
Okay.
He plays on the team there. And Cooper Ladisser is at Potsdam. He's also on the track team. He's a thrower there.
Okay.
But they're all track athletes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Being from the North Country and going to St. Lawrence, what's that experience like, staying in your hometown? Did you ever, I mean, you have so many connections to St. Lawrence, so it makes sense, but did you ever think about going anywhere else?
Yeah, I looked a few different spots. We kind of just wanted to get a sense of what other places would feel like, kind of just like compare. I toured Nazareth. I love Nazareth. We took a look at some SUNY schools, kind of just looking for like financial aid and stuff in case everything worked out. But yeah, I mean, I always kind of wanted to go to St. Lawrence. It just feels like home. Yeah.
What's the experience been like? You both as a student and an athlete there.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. It feels like a whole different world. The campus is like really small, but it still gives that sense of like being somewhere else other than Canton. And yeah, I mean, it's a great community at St. Lawrence too, which is really cool. Like I see 4 or 5 people I know walking to class every day, and then get to go home, like practice with my teammates, go to the dining hall with everyone. It's a really fun community.
If your friends forget something at their dorm, are you the one they send because you can get it quickest?
No, not usually. No.
I looked at Google Maps, and from St. Lawrence campus to Sergi's and back, I think you could make it in under 5 minutes to get a pizza roll. It's like very close to that mile. Yeah. So you said you played a lot of different sports. What's different? I mean, obviously there's obvious differences, but what are some of the subtle differences between running, track and field, cross country, and other sports? And maybe something that you love, or just could be anything.
I think one of the biggest parts is there's no real like luck to running. Like you see with like basketball and hockey, like the ball or puck can take a weird bounce. With running, you kind of just, it's like you and a time, and like you either did the work or you didn't. And yeah, I mean, it's all just on yourself, how well you perform. There's no real luck associated with it or anything.
Do you golf at all?
I do a lot, yeah.
Because I can see some similarities there where it's kind of you against yourself every time, like you're trying to get the lowest score.
Yeah.
So if you have a race, do you have any pre-race superstitions or anything you do to prep, or like a pre-race meal?
Not really like any like set in stone ones. I usually try to have pasta the night before. I've just always done that. Carbo load the night before. The morning of our races, we usually do like a 2-mile shakeout run, about like 4 or 5 hours out. It kind of just gets the legs flowing a little bit. Gets like a little bit of lactic acid flushed out if there's any left. And then during the race, I always just like on the start line, I just close my eyes, take a deep breath, and then start like get ready for the race.
You were rocking the muzzy for a while there. Were your times better when you had the mustache, or is there any correlation there?
I'm not really sure. Our team does like a no shave October every year. We kind of just grow out our facial hair for leagues and regionals, and that's like kind of the St. Lawrence thing, is we kind of just have cool mustaches for regionals and everything. So yeah, we've done like this past year we did team haircuts too, which is pretty cool.
What do you guys do for that?
We did mullets last year.
Nice. Seems like that's pretty in right now, the mullet.
Yeah, we did mullets and mustaches for regional championships last year, which is really cool.
I saw a picture. I think maybe it was during that time, but you had the mustache, and it definitely was giving like late 70s like dad vibes for sure. Like my dad had a mustache, and I'm like, that looks like he could be my dad.
Yeah. No, that's a fun tradition we always do.
Your coach from high school, you had Casserly, right?
I had Casserly helped for a little bit. Coach Betcher, he works at Madrid Waddington.
Okay.
Helped with cross country.
I think it was Betcher that said that you and your friends, when you were running cross country, you guys just had a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. And do you still feel like you're experiencing that fun, even though the competition level has stepped up at St. Lawrence? Is that part of what keeps you going?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't like fun. I feel like I always just try to do things that are fun. And yeah, I mean, the team is awesome. Like some of our favorite days together are kind of just like when we wake up on a Sunday morning and go out and run like 15 miles. And it's just great conversation. It's just nice to get out there and talk with everyone.
Yeah, I can't imagine running 15 miles. I mean, it's probably like very normal and easy for you guys, but yeah, it sounds like a lot. Obviously, you're on the road with the team a lot, or even just on campus for your own meets, but do you have any like fun stories or things that have happened that kind of stand out to you during your time?
I think some of our most fun stories is always our team, whoever makes nationals races at nationals, but whoever doesn't will always make the travel down. Like this year, they drove like to Michigan one year.
Where were the nationals this year?
For indoor track, it was at Rochester.
Okay, and that's where you won it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Some of like my favorite stories are just like everyone travels out to the meet. Like it's just a crazy atmosphere too. I don't know if anyone's ever seen like a cross country national meet, but there's so many people like just running around the course, and it's a great atmosphere. And then they all go home together that night, and yeah, it's really cool.
So a lot of your friends were there when you won in Rochester. What was that like? Was there like a big celebration there?
Yeah, I mean, like during the race, you can hear like my like group of St. Lawrence supporters during the race, and then afterwards, as I'm like walking back to the room, like the warm up area, you can like see all of my friends, like the camera's like panning to me, like walking through the tunnel, and all my friends show up and just like mob me out of nowhere. It was really cool.
That's awesome. Do you get a gold medal? Is that, or like what's the trophy?
I have, so like top 8 for track, you get like a medal that just says All-American, and then you get like one of the NCAA trophies. It's like a smaller one of the NCAA trophies for like the individual sports. But yeah, we get one of those, and I think like 3 through 8 are all like bronze, second silver, and mine's gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did your parents say to you after? It's got to be pretty cool to see you match what they did and then exceed it.
Yeah, I mean, they were just so happy. Yeah, I mean, they know what it was like trying to like perform at a national meet, and knew just how like, I guess not really like lucky, but like how hard it was to like actually have things go right during the race.
Yeah.
And they were just so like happy, shocked, proud. Yeah.
What are your goals coming into your senior year? Obviously, like you said, it's not luck, but it takes the stars kind of aligning to win something like that. But so how do you get your mindset right going into the year, not trying to put too many expectations on yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I've never really had like a great cross country performance at a national meet yet. And our team hasn't been able to make it to a national meet yet. So like right now, the big thing's trying to just perform at like the league championships and regional championships, and trying to get the team there. Yeah, I mean, and then hopefully just nationals works out. I don't know. Yeah, we'll be able to see the course at least once this year, I think. So good to mentally prepare for like how the courses look.
Yeah.
But both our leagues and regional championships are at home, which is pretty cool, and definitely gives us an advantage for how well we know our home course.
I like to ask everybody that we have on, what does the North Country mean to you? Because I guess it can mean something different to everybody.
I mean,
but
it's awesome. Like, it just feels like everyone kind of just knows each other somehow. Like, it's like after I won the national championship, it seemed like so many just like random people would be like talking to me, like saying congratulations. It was really cool. And like from the running perspective, it's awesome. Like some of our, like we've said multiple times, like it's kind of just like the best middle of nowhere. Like we'll get like a mile outside of town, and it's just the most like beautiful place ever. Like just beautiful country roads. Like sometimes we'll find a dirt road to run on. It's really cool. I love it here.
That was Nick Lyndaker, 2-time All-American at St. Lawrence University, national champion in the mile. He owns the St. Lawrence record for the mile. Canton native, North Country guy. Everybody stay tuned. We have some other collaborations going on with Nick, so keep an eye on our social media pages in the next month or so. This is a North Country Savings Bank podcast telling North Country stories because your stories matter.